This is getting very personal. I did not think I was going to cry in this video. I can't remember the last time I sat down and properly filmed a video, like wanted to film a video. I thought I'd get a wee big cuppa and just sit and have a serious chat and talk about what's been going on. I've not planned anything for this video, so I don't know what the hell I'm going to say yet. So last night I tweeted that I basically said that things in life have gone a little bit tits up recently and I've lost pretty much all YouTube motivation, which is very unlike me. Like, I'm always motivated for YouTube. I've never really missed many weeks. I think I've missed a week here and there in like the 8 years that I've been on YouTube. I've been uploading maybe like once a week or maybe like once in 10 days. So I have pretty much stuck to my schedule, but I've not really planned any videos. I've not really wanted to sit down and film any videos. I asked for video suggestions and things on Twitter and Instagram and I was like blown away by the messages that I got. People were so nice and yous were all so understanding. Like, everybody was saying like take time out, don't force it, which I agree with. I would never like want to force out a video. I'm not like, technically I'm not forcing out this video just now because obviously I do want to film it and let yous know what's been going on and get stuff off my chest. A lot of people wanted a Scottish stereotypes video and a Scottish foods video, so I could do something like that maybe. Not 100% sure how I'll go about it. But right, I've been watching a lot of Shane Dawson recently, right? He's been killing it recently. His videos have been amazing and I watched the one with Graveyard Girl, the most recent one. I watched all of them. She showed a more vulnerable side of herself. Oh good, the battery's flashing, so be right back. I've opened the windows a bit more as well because it's warm, so there's going to be background noises like a plane right now. So I really enjoyed seeing that more vulnerable side of Bunny, and personally the videos that I like to watch from other people are usually more personal ones and kind of a deeper insight into somebody's life. So I got a few suggestions to sit down and maybe talk about what's actually been happening. Sort of almost like a therapy session. And at first I was like, I can't do that because I didn't want to come across as attention seeking, like, oh woe is me, look what's been happening. But then I suppose like people could maybe relate to this video, and it's also, like I said, like a therapy session for me, and we can all have a wee discussion in the comments about life, what's been going on in everyone else's life. You know, I don't know. Well, I don't even know what's gonna come out my mouth in this video. So a while back, when was this? Like maybe like a month or two ago, I sort of felt like I was in a bit of a slump. I was fine. I'm still fine. I was a bit bored, right? And I've also been single now for over a year, which is the longest I have ever been single in my life, right? I always jump from relationship to relationship. So I'm enjoying myself. Like I'm enjoying being single. My friend Steph, right? She was going on a couple of dates and stuff. I'm sure she won't mind me saying that, but she's been desperate for me to get Tinder for so long. Tinder's that dating app, if you don't know. I'm not against it. Like it's not for me. I think it's quite superficial. Like it's all about looks, and whereas I tend to go for people based also on looks but mainly personality. So going through Tinder and swiping no to people based on looks is just a bit like, I don't know, I don't really like the idea. So one night, right, I was bored and I was just like, you know what, screw it, I'm gonna get Tinder, right? So I didn't realise how picky I was, and it was just, I think I just didn't want to say yes to anyone because I didn't want the possibility of even having to go on a date. And I've never dated, I don't date people, it's nerve-wracking. Meeting new people in general is nerve-wracking. I've only ever like went out with people that I've been friends with or like mutually friends with, and I've never actually proper dated someone that I don't know. This is a whole new ballgame for me. I don't know, I had a bit of fun like scrolling through people, and then I didn't really say yes to anyone. I said yes to a couple of people. Most of the messages were just like rubbish and I never replied. It was all like a copy and paste type job. And then I got one message which was in relation to my bio, and the guy seemed cool. He was one of the very few people, like one of like 4 people I said I swiped right to, right? And while I was talking to this guy, I think I mentioned in some previous videos and on like social media and stuff that I got a presenting job. It was a 4-day presenting job with a Scottish company, and I've never done presenting before. Like, you know how nerve-wracking like public speaking makes me, or like just anything that involves me having to perform or like do stuff in front of people. Don't like it. But this presenting opportunity was an amazing opportunity. I'd have kicked myself if I said no, and it was good money, so I said yes. It was the most intense thing I've ever done in my life. It was 4 days non-stop, like early in the morning, late at night, and I was just so overwhelmed that I don't think I was even processing it properly. Like the very first night I just cried because I was just like, I can't do this. I did it, it was all good. I was like a robot during that entire thing, and I was up and down with emotions because of my period. I had my period at the same time, which is so bloody typical. So yeah, that was all really nerve-wracking, totally out of my comfort zone. I'm glad I did it, but I don't know if presenting's for me. It was just so nerve-wracking. After that I came home, and then things at work got a little bit... If you don't know, I work with people with dementia, so I work mainly with the elderly. I go from house to house and I spend like a few hours with them, keep them company, take them out, etc. So I've had this woman for... I'm not going to go into detail because I don't want to, you know, it's personal and confidentiality and all that. I've been going to this woman for, I want to say, about 2.5 years. Maybe 3, but I don't know if it's been that long. My boss introduced me to her because she was like, "Yous are gonna get on really well." We just clicked. Like, we just automatically clicked, so yeah, I became really close to her. I'd visit her 3 times a week. I'm gonna get upset. I've just done my makeup and I need to go to work after this. I've just not talked about it, I don't think. I've like talked about it with like my friends Steph and Amy and my other friends, and they know what's been going on, but I've just not really verbally spoke about it. Oh, this is getting very personal. Been going to this woman for 3 times a week, 7 hours a week altogether, I think it is, or was. With my job, right, you need to... I've been doing it for 6 years, and I've, you know, lost a lot of people that I've been visiting, things like that. It's something that just comes with the job. It's something you expect, and you just have to prepare yourself for it, and like, you just have to get on with it. It's just one of these things. I'm really good at just roboting my way through it. You're not supposed to get too attached to the people that you visit, but that's just bull, because obviously you're going to get attached to people. But this woman, like, she's my friend. Like, I don't know, we just got on really well. She's someone that I would hang out with outside of work. Like, I didn't hang out with her outside of work, but if I wasn't in this job, then she's someone that I genuinely would hang out with. I told her everything, like everything. We just discussed everything, like personal life. I keep my personal life and my work life separate, but me and her were so similar. And it was like going to visit your friend, and she had a different type of dementia. It was Lewy body, so it was more like hallucinations and things rather than forgetting things and just not being quite there. She was pretty compos mentis majority of the time, so all the time. So she would always remember everything. She was basically fine. It was just occasional hallucinations. She would always ask about like people in my life. How's Steph? How's Amy? How's so and so? She loved it when I talked about guys. So I would tell her all my guy stuff, like all my guy stories. I was in a relationship when I started going to her, so I would always tell her everything about that, which she loved. Like, she loved it. She was a pure gossip. I would say probably the last like month or 2, she started like really quickly taking a massive dip, and she just wasn't herself anymore, which like that's what happens with dementia. People do, sometimes it can be like a gradual decline, sometimes it can be a really quick decline, and that's you. Or sometimes like the people I go to will go in a home and then you just won't hear anything again, or they'll pass away, but it'll be like they've been a completely different person for the last year or something. So I don't know, it's hard to explain. This woman was like herself up until the last month or 2, and then she started like forgetting things, like, which is dementia. She always remembered who I was, and she remembered my name, which was amazing because she's the only one that remembers my name. She went right downhill. 2 weeks ago I'd go in and she was just not herself at all. I won't go into detail, but she just wasn't herself. Like, just completely different person. And then last Monday I went in and she was just in her bed sleeping the whole time. She didn't really wake up. No, sorry, that was the Friday before that. She was sleeping a lot. Last Monday I think it was. I went in and she seemed to almost be herself again. So, but she was like really tired and sleeping on and off, and she knew I was there and she was like saying hi and things. Thursday I went in and all her family were in, and she just wasn't. She'd just taken a massive dip overnight. All the family were there. She has this amazing family. They were all there pretty much to say bye, really. This will be going up on the Sunday I think, so not that Friday there, but the Friday before that. This is Thursday, so like almost a week ago. I went in to say bye, really. I knew like I wasn't going to spend, like I usually spend 3 hours with her on a Friday. I knew I was pretty much just going in to say bye, really. So I went in, said my goodbye, etc. All the family were in again. Oh, they're just such a nice family. Like, it's quite sad how, not rare, but a lot of people that I visit don't have, like, they have family but they're not as caring as this family. Like, somebody would stay over with her every night. Yeah. And I found out she passed away probably about an hour or 2 after I left, so I'm really glad that I went in. But it's just so sad. Like, I've never lost a friend before. It sucks. Did not think I was going to cry in this video. I don't even have a hanky. My beauty blender can be my hanky. So that's mainly what's been going on. Like, this has happened in my job so many times, but this is the one time that it's really like proper hit me in the face. To top it off, I'd arranged to meet this guy from Tinder the next day, and we had this planned for like 2 or 3 weeks or something like that, because he's busy, I'm busy, he only gets some weekends off, blah blah. So we arranged a weekend, we arranged a Saturday in advance to go a little, like, not a hill walk, but like a decent walk, go for lunch, and then explore a bit of the area a little bit. I was not in the right headspace for a date the next day. Like, oh, another thing that happened. So Thursday, Friday was a blur. I can't remember if it was Thursday or Friday. I went into Superdrug, I was upset, right? I was trying not to cry in Superdrug, and I went up to the till and had all my stuff, and the woman was like, that'll be blah blah, and then she went, oh no, you've won a free basket. And I was like, I didn't register, I just went, oh, is that me? I thought I'd paid, I thought I'd gave her my card, even though I hadn't. I knew I hadn't, but for some reason I thought I'd given her my card and paid. And as I was going away, I was like, wait, did I pay? And she's like, no, you won your basket for free. So I was like, that was mad timing. Like, I just was upset, and then I got a free basket in Superdrug, and I didn't even know they did that. I got all my stuff for free. I just thought that was really weird timing. So went on the date. I say date, it wasn't like a datey date, it was just like a walk and stuff. I was just meeting a new person. I was fine, like in the morning and stuff, I was alright. I was looking forward to it. I was really stupidly nervous. I've been so nervous about it, and then obviously that happened, and then I was like, oh god. So I didn't tell him, so he didn't know like what to expect. So we met up, it was all good. Like, I think I was okay, like I was chatting, I was very nervous, so I was like, but the thing is, right, I was so not with it. Like, I was not there at all, and I thought, I must be coming across really stupid right now. Like, I kept doing things, like, he knows all his plants and stuff, and he was like telling me like different plants, and he was like, eat this, blah blah, and I was like, you could be making me eat poison right now and I'd like die, and no one would, like, you could just so easily murder me. Anyway, so I was eating like wild plants. I trusted this guy, like, he worked around the area that we were in, and he like was a guide in that area. That's all I'm gonna say. I trusted him with this kind of thing. I wasn't just like, oh, I'll eat that, stranger. He knew his stuff, and everybody knew where I was anyway, so, and it was a popular route. So I feel like I just came across so stupid sometimes. I was just so doty. We walked up like a wee waterfall-y bit, walked up a stream. I've never done that before. Like, we went completely off path. Again, I was like, you could totally murder me right now. I did some really epic falls. Like, I ran out of space again on my... Anyway, the day was good. We got on well, same sense of humour. It was all good. And then halfway through, like, I just feel like I went a bit crap. The sun was out and it was really strong. I just got really tired. The sun makes me really tired. We sat on a bench and just chatted for ages, and I made sure to ask lots of questions so that he could talk for ages. I just was like not with it, and I was like, I don't even know if I can be not bothered talking, because I did want to, I found him really interesting and I did want to hear more about him. But I just felt like everything that was coming out my mouth was stupid, or just, it wasn't coming out right. I just was not with it at all. My head was not in the game. I just kept saying things or like trailing off, and he'd be like, what? And I'd be like, I don't know what I'm saying. I realised as well that I went a bit quiet, and when I was sitting on the bench I was thinking to myself, I'm going to regret this later. I was thinking, but I'll deal with it later. But I really did think to myself, like, I know I'm being crap and I know I'll regret it, but right now I don't really care. And then when we were sitting on the bench chatting, the woman that I supported's daughter, she texted me saying, do you want me to keep my mum's bracelet on her wrist? Because I bought his friendship bracelets. I'll insert a wee picture. I bought his friendship bracelets, so I went weird a little bit because I saw my phone, and then I told him. I just said, oh, one of my women that I visit passed away. Her daughter just texted me to ask about the bracelet and stuff. I didn't know what to say, and he was like, oh, it'd be nice for her to keep it, and I was like, yeah, no, you're right. So I just said to keep it on her, but then I just felt like I was like reminded of everything that had happened, and I just went weird again. And then at the end he was like, well, it's up to you what we do. We could walk a bit more, or we could like head back. And I just said, like, do you mind if we head back? And I feel bad about it, but I was like just not with it. And then I thought, oh, I'll regret this later. I just had no energy because of the sun and just everything. I was just drained. We headed back. He walked me to my car. We had a good laugh in that, but I just felt like I wasn't myself at all. Like, I felt like I made a really crap first impression. He messaged me when I got home and he was like, thanks for coming, blah blah, hope you enjoyed yourself. And then I explained to him later on how I feel like I just wasn't myself. I didn't say I don't feel like I was myself because of this that happened, but but I feel like because he knew about that anyway, that he would have put two and two together. I don't know, I didn't really go into detail with him. I just said I don't feel like I was completely myself, I was nervous, I just wasn't like as loud and enthusiastic as I normally would be. And he said he thought I seemed alright and that I was chatty. He said I seemed a bit spacey. I was like, yeah, 100%. I think a lot, so I'm always like daydreaming. But this was another level, like it just was not a good first impression to make. So, had a death and then a date the next day. I can't even believe as well that I had my first Tinder date. So at least I did it, I had the experience and it was good. It was really fun. Again, I just wish that maybe, like I didn't want to cancel it or postpone it because I was really looking forward to it. But it might have been a better idea to do that. But I just didn't want to because he had limited time, because he was only in that area for a certain amount of time before he moved somewhere else. But yeah, after that date as well, I was thinking like the women that I supported would have loved to have heard about that. And I couldn't tell her that it was happening because she didn't understand. It was just the timing. So now I'm like, I wish I could have told her about that. She's always getting on at me to like, she's always like, have you met a guy yet? Blah blah. And I'm like, no. But yeah, so the funeral's tomorrow. So that's what's been going on. I just like, I don't know how to explain it. I was talking to Steph about it on WhatsApp and she says that I like blank face through everything. Like I seem fine, but I'm like, and I think I'm fine. But apparently not. Like I just got upset in a video, which I never do. I don't know if anyone else is the same, like you can't read your emotions, you don't know how you're feeling. That is me. I never know how I'm feeling. I just know that I feel weird or that I feel enthusiastic, and it doesn't help that I'm due my period next week. So right now, like this is, the week before is always a bit, I thought I'd be honest and chat to you about what actually happened and why I've not really had the motivation. But I want to get that motivation back. I want to post more videos and I want to sort of distract myself, I guess, and get back into everything. So if anybody has any ideas or what videos you just want to see, leave a wee request down below. I kind of want to do like a Q&A, just something a bit easy. So if you have any questions, leave a question. Somebody said that a sort of themed Q&A would be a good idea, so like a Q&A on relationships or dating, because I've been on one date now, or like a Q&A on Scotland or a Q&A on just different topics, school, I don't know. So let me know if that's something you would be interested in. And if you have any questions about anything, just leave them in the comments anyway and I'll do a Q&A at some point. I'm definitely going to do more hill walking videos. A lot of people requested videos with Steph and Amy, my friends, but it's quite hard because I don't see them all the time. And then when we do hang out, it's kind of, I don't really want to pull the camera out and vlog. So I don't know about that one, but maybe sometime in the future. I remember a while back I was so excited about this idea that I had, and it was like a sort of, you know that BuzzFeed Unsolved? It was kind of like that, but with Scottish stories and things. So I was so excited about this and I had an idea in my head of what I wanted to do, and I just haven't done anything with it, and this was months and months ago. So I'm thinking maybe I could get the motivation to do that because I was really interested in that. I've got a plan to visit another haunted location soon, so that'll be another vlog. I do have some things coming up, but I do want to open up a bit more maybe and do some more chatty videos. So if that's something you would be interested in, let me know. Thanks for listening. This is like a wee therapy session for me. I think I needed it actually. I feel a bit better. And if you got this far, well done. Remember to subscribe if you haven't already, and if you want notified of when I upload, remember to click the wee notification bell. That's everything. Thanks so much for watching and I'll see you later.